Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Going for a head shave today. I'm going to be resting my face. I'm going to go back to sort of 3 to 4 days growth per shave. I really enjoyed that yesterday, and as you can see, my neck looks better than it probably has done in quite a long time. Now, back to the Evershave. I'm not sure quite yet what Milton is going to rename his brand or rename his company. It is in the process of renaming it. Now, I did get another cashmere style knot, tight knot, from Spencer Franco, and it's not as soft as this, but it's still very soft. This thing is like, I would say it's got less backbone than the one Spencer sent me, but in terms of softness, I'm just amazed by how soft this is. Really, really nice brush, beautiful handle. Really is just superb, really impressed with it. It's not even a drawback, there is just a tiny little glue up here, and I don't know whether you can see the slight dent in the knot there. I don't know if that's something made into the brush or not, but it doesn't affect the shave of the brush, it doesn't affect the lather at all. So, I'm just going to whip my head. Going to be using Elvado Lake of the Woods shaving cream, pump bottle, 2 squirts of this and you're good to go. I used 3 last time on my head shave, I'm just going to use 2 tonight and just see how we get on. So I'm going to head lather, I'm not going to bowl lather. I'll probably do a bowl lather in a separate video. I just want to see how this one actually lathers up on the head. Look out most of the water, 2 pumps. Just like that, and here we go. Super soft knot, like extremely soft. It doesn't have a lot of backbone. If you've got sensitive skin, I would have to really recommend it, because I know there'll be people out there that suffer from skin that just struggles with any sort of friction or scrubbing action or just anything. This is so soft you barely feel it. It's a good thing and a bad thing in a sense. For people that love badger brushes or anything with a bit of scritch and scratch and scrub, this is not for you, this not. I wouldn't even go near it. But for those of you that love it really soft, don't like any scritch or any scratch, and you're not looking for heaps of scrub, because you don't get a lot of scrub with this brush, it's just very, very soft. The splay on it is absolutely massive, huge. All I'm doing is just dipping the tips and then just swirling back and forth. It doesn't really matter too much with a synthetic. It does not act like a badger hairbrush. You don't have to worry about losing bristles so much. It sort of sets itself, you don't damage them as easily. And if you do, just get it taken out and re-knotted. It's really that simple with these knots. Dip the tips again. You'll see how good this cream is. This cream has really blown me away. And as you can see, the brush is performing excellently. You can see the amount of lather building on there. Super easy, super comfortable, no pressure. Is it as challenging as a badger brush? It certainly is not. But you can see the amount of lather it's building on there. You can see the shine on it. You can quite clearly see the shine. I've got auto exposure lock on tonight just to highlight the actual cream itself as well as part of the lathering process. I'm actually struggling tonight with my arm. I've been out working today with my brother-in-law. He's an electrician. I was his apprentice for sort of 6-7 months last year, and then the work dried up and I had to sort of go my separate ways. I couldn't continue not having the work. This is whipping up an amazing lather. Holy shit. Now, this is partly down to this brush, I've got to say, down to this knot. But I have to give massive credit to John Carinci at Elvado for making such an incredible, look at that, An incredible cream. Now this stuff's 24 bucks Canadian. So I'm not quite sure what that is American, but let me tell you, for the amount that you get, I think it's 3.2 ounces, 3.4 ounces. So it's not much less than your sort of standard 4-ounce puck of soap. But that lather is off the chain. Look how good that lather is. Incredible. The brush is caked. 2 pumps. Now, it's hardly moved from the bottom there. I've used that twice. You're going to get a lot of use out of it. You really are. You can use it with a brush, without a brush if you're struggling, and you still get a great shave from a great product. Hang on a second, I'm just going to grab a blade. Shall we go? Shall we go? Yeah, I'll stuff it. We'll go with the Gillette Nasset today. I'm using the Mergress as well. I'm going to use it in setting 3 today, just a little bit milder than the Wunderbar. See if we can get a nice comfortable shave. For some reason my hair on my head is growing like wildfire at the moment. Not in the right places, just where I've actually got some hair left. My brother-in-law actually asked me today whether I missed having hair. You know something? I don't miss having it all. I don't miss getting up in the morning and having to do my hair, or have a shower so I could then style my hair, or your hair is just an absolute mess, you didn't want to go out at all. I don't miss it whatsoever. I really don't. I enjoy shaving it. I think it looks clean, it looks good to me, I feel good. And when it's roasting hot it's great. The only difference is when it's freezing cold, it's freezing cold. So here we go. Mergress, setting 3. And I've got a brand spanking new Gillette Nasset blade in there with the grain. Now, I don't know whether you'll be able to see how thick that lather is. You can just sort of see on this side, just the thickness of it. That's 2 strokes worth of lather, so that's how much I created with that small amount of cream. Now I'm pretty sure I had a shave yesterday. I can't remember, I'm pretty sure I had a head shave yesterday. This is just an amazing shave. There's obviously a lot of shadow on here as well because I've actually got 3, 7, I've got 10 lights in this little bathroom, this little ensuite. I went a bit daft with the old lights when I was doing my electric stuff. You can never have too many lights, you really can't. Well, this feels super smooth. The Nasset blade is just ploughing through the hair. And one other thing with this Elvado, the new formulation that John's released, this one that I'm using, the slickness is incredible. For us head shavers, you know, you can have a great protective cushiony lather. You can have a great slickness with the lather. With most soaps it's like that, there's very few that aren't, but residual slickness to me is key when you're doing a head shave. You really need it, it's very important in my opinion. Look how thick that is. Just, it's amazing stuff. And once again, I forgot to dedicate this video to anyone, so I'm gonna look at the list. I will sort of go along. My memory's not in it at the moment because I'm enjoying these new products. I've had the box from Spencer today, which I really enjoyed unboxing. I'm really looking forward to using it as well. Some really nice things in there. Very, very kind of Spencer to send them over. I don't know what I'm doing. I was going to start doing a pass there without any lather on. I might as well use the brush again. What do I know? But you can see there the slickness. You can actually see the shine. The shine's a big giveaway for me, even with soap on your head. I know water makes it shine a bit, but no way. It's at the top of its game with slickness. That residual slickness is just incredible. Face shave, head shave, brush lather, bowl lather, face lather, head lather, it doesn't matter. You will get incredible slickness with this cream. I will guarantee it. I've got terrible water here. It really is excellent stuff. Right, back in with the Evershave brush. Great thing with this handle is it's pretty big, but so the great thing is it's not, even if you get lather on here, you're not getting it all over your brush. It's not making a total mess. It releases the lather really well as well. I was quite surprised. I thought it was sort of being so soft, I thought it would want to hold on to it. Right, I'm just going to dip the tips. And let's see if this lather just keeps growing. And I can see it as already, and I'm sure you can see it as well. Milton over at Evershave actually said to me that he was quite excited about seeing it getting used for a head shave because he reckoned it was going to work really well. And I must say I had my doubts. I didn't think it would do because it's so soft. I mean, I've made a mess of my mirror because it's so soft. It just sort of splashes around for the first sort of bit. So as long as you don't mind making a little bit of a mess, then I have to say it's been very, very enjoyable experience. And what more can you ask for $40 delivered to your door in America? I know I'm not in America, I'm in Australia. $40 for this brush delivered to your door. And just add on the shipping on top of that for your international stuff. Excellent, excellent quality. In fact, it's better than excellent, it's really top quality. I've got to say, there's no imperfections in the handle. I can't see any air bubbles in it. I can't fault the handle at all. And like I say, it just reminds me so much of those dummies that you used to suck at the fair when you were young, when I was young, which seems so long ago now. Outstanding. Right, against the grain, I'm just going to knock this down. I know it's on setting 3, I'm going to knock it down a little bit. I'll knock it on setting 2 this time, even though I don't like setting 2, it's an even number. Sometimes you just got to deal with it. And the Nasset blade works pretty much in any razor for me. Oh, it's so smooth. Yeah, really, really smooth. I'm going to try and keep this video to a sort of reasonable length this time because my videos have been really blowing out. And I must say, I'm enjoying my shaves, and that's the main thing. And I'm sure it sort of conveys to you guys as well. I mean, if I'm enjoying myself, I would like to think you'd probably enjoy it a bit more to watch. Got another parcel, which has just arrived in Perth yesterday. So hopefully that one might come tomorrow, but more likely it'll be Monday. Right, do I lather up again? Yeah, do you know what, I'm going to lather up again. I'm just going to make this slightly longer than I first thought. I'm going to empty this bowl out because it's full of hair and shit now. And I've got to say, in terms of actually spirits being up, I do feel a bit better. I've been out working today and there's nothing better than a good day's work in my opinion. I do enjoy electrical work. I should have done it when I was younger. Although, I probably would change nothing now. I'm happy with my life the way it is. I've got a great family, 2 great dogs, got our own house, we own our cars. The only thing we pay is mortgages and bills, and even then we've knocked a lot off the mortgage. We've done really well, and at 33 years old you can't really ask for much more than that. You really can't. You got to sometimes just stop and smell the roses, as they say. And it's not always sweeter smelling on the other side. Right, just wet my head again. I've put some moisture. I'm just going to put a bit extra on. I don't really need it with the slickness on here. And let's see if we can get another good lather out of this. So it's 2 pumps of cream. And let's see what sort of lather it whips up on the final one. Let's say this 3rd lather, you never need it to really be thick. But I'm going to test the boundaries of this cream as well, because I want to see how well it performs. I've used it before, I know it performs. I think it's eager. Do you know something I would have to say now, having used this several times, not just this scent but other scents from it, that this is the best cream I've ever used. It's quite a bold statement considering there's creams like Occam's, Castle Forbes, Art of Shaving, Omega. I've used a lot of creams now, and this is the best cream I've used. And it's not even close. I've got to be honest and say that it's clearly the winner. And I would put this up against most of the best soaps in the world that I've used. Barrister Man, Wickham, L&L Grooming, Holy Call. I'd put it up against them all, and I think it would do just fine. Just added a little bit of water there, just see if we can. There's not much left in the brush, but you can still see that it's still building enough. So, I mean, look how glossy that is. I've added a lot of water into this lather, and it hasn't broken down, it hasn't aerated, it's not dissipating so far. And even though this is really thin on my head right now, I don't foresee it actually dissipating because it looks like it's full of moisture. Right, so final pass is just going to be pretty much everything I've already done, and it just picks up the last little bits. Still on setting 2. But wait till you see the slickness. Do you know it looks a little bit dark on this camera? I don't know. I'll probably do something and you go, why did you do that at the start? Yeah, see the problem is it. I don't know, that probably looks better actually, so I do apologise. That's a pretty dark and dreary camera for the first bit of the shave. The only downside to this light is I look really pasty and pink then. Something with this razor you always have to be careful with, as Paul H always says, the overhang. There is a bit, it's not much, but it's enough if you don't pull your ear forward when you go behind your ear, it'll just slice right into it. And I have done it myself, so. I would love to be able to tell you what shave it was, but after 460 odd videos or 470 videos, I don't think I would have the ability to be able to tell you anymore. Right, here we go. All I'm doing is dipping my hand, getting my hand really wet, and then I'll catch some of this just excess lather that's just floating around. Actually, a bit more, it's dried up a little bit. And here we go. That's my daughter trying to sing. I'm glad she's a dancer instead, because otherwise she'll never make enough money to pay off my house and keep me alive, pay for my golf outings. Here comes the rain. Surprise, surprise. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolute wrap. Now, I haven't spoken about the scent of Lake of the Woods. On the front here it's avocado and shea butter, and it says silver fir needle. Now I get a cologne scent from it. Scent strength is really good out of this now. It used to be like sort of 2 or 3 out of the tub that they used to do in the tin. These ones here I would probably put up around about a 5 or 6. They really are that good scent strength. Where is it? 100% essential oils, 92% organic. Everything in here is good for your skin. There's nothing in here that's toxic, nothing bad for you. If you check on their website, it'll actually tell you a little bit more about it. It goes in more into depth. John did send me a sheet of this and that and all these things. At the end of the day, I can see it all on the camera, but it's best for you to actually go and have a read yourself and see whether it tickles your fancy or not. And if it does, highly recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. You will pay a bit more for it. Even the post shave is superb. I mean, that's moisturised. I mean, you can probably hear it. Maybe not for the rain, but the moisture that's in my skin right now is just incredible. So I'm going to finish off with Shea Moisture Shave, tea tree and aftershave and bump preventer. Really nice stuff. Burns like the fires of hell, I suppose. Should maybe put some of this Embarrassed Man Gothic Fougere. Oh yes, lovely jubbly. And that is BBS. I thought I would have a few little bits just floating around, but I haven't. So while that is drying in, the cream was Lake of the Woods by Alvaro. This stuff is superb. It's a pump bottle. It's an actual pump bottle. Great for travel. Brush or brushless, you can't really go wrong. 2 squirts, and you get a full 3 full passes on my head. So you're going to get easily 3 full passes on your face. Okay, and we're back. So I've given this a quick wash out. As you can see, it's actually starting to fan out already, which is nice, start to splay out a bit more. It's pretty much bone dry already. I just that on the towel for about 30 seconds and it feels bone dry. Super soft, beautiful brush, big handle, very, very comfortable to hold in that sort of grip. For face lathering like that, head lathering like that, it's just super comfortable. And the knot, I've been really impressed with it. Jared's over on Facebook, I think he found it probably too soft, but do you know something, I really enjoy it. I think it's very, very nice. It makes it, you've seen the lather it makes on the head and the face now, and I'm really impressed with it, and it looks incredible in my opinion. It really does look phenomenal. Beautiful brush, beautiful price, you can't go wrong. The razor was a Murgress today, setting 3 and then setting 2, brand spanking new Gillette Nasset blade in there, which performed super, super sharp. I find them really smooth blade to use. Finishing off with Shea Moisture Shave, and I'm now going to finish off with a splash of Lucky Tiger. Now Lucky Tiger, if you have, how dare you leave a bit of hair there. I do not recommend that to anyone. There we go, spotless. It's funny how you can go right through everything, put some stuff on and feel nothing, and then boom, you feel it on the last sort of pass of anything. Beautiful. Well, that was a superb shave. I think the kids are playing with the Despicable Me fart gun. Either that or the wife's back at it again. Well everyone, that's me done and dusty. Thank you very much for tuning in. You saying cheerio? You saying cheerio?
Thanks.
Right guys, that's me done and dusty. Thank you very much for tuning in. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Spencer, thanks very much for sending that stuff out, mate. I look forward to using it. And I'll catch you guys in the next shave. Cheers.